Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Paradigm Woods and Irons from Callaway.
A phenomenal day for Jon Rahm, a victory at the American Express for the second time in his career, having won it back in 2018 to go back-to-back on the PGA Tour with 4 wins in his last 6 worldwide starts. He went back and forth, though, with rookie Davis Thompson, who just fell short 1 stroke back of Jon Rahm with that winning score of 27 under par. Xander Schauffele posting a 62 with an albatross on 5. Some great scores all round, but it was Jon Rahm who took the trophy as he joined Rex Holgard.
You talked all week about not having your best stuff. How rewarding is this?
I did talk about how good my putting had been, and today didn't feel any different. Ball striking was great. I hit a lot of great putts. This is just golf, and luckily I made the ones I really needed to make, like the one on 14 and 16. Not gonna lie, thought 17 and 18 were in as well, but luckily it was enough.
Really fast start, back-to-back birdies to start your round. You went on a bit of a par run. What was the pep talk you gave yourself just before the turn? You seemed to turn it on.
Nothing different, to just keep doing what I was doing. Like I said, I hit a lot of good putts. 5 putt was good. On 6, 7, and 8 putts were good. I mean, I was burning edges all day, and they were very close to dropping in, right? So made the one on 9, it just kept it going. The only mistake was 13. The only really bad swing of the day, and the only really mishit putt of the day. Besides that, it was a really solid round of golf. That's just kind of how it goes. Had I had the same putting I had yesterday or Friday, it would have probably been a runaway victory, but can't ask for everything. So you learn in every single situation, and today was definitely a stressful day.
Some other players got into the mix, but it seemed like late it was just you and Davis. How did it feel like a match play situation?
Tough, I'm not going to lie. Turning point was 16, right? I mean, he misses that tee shot, I put it on the fairway. That's pretty much a half-stroke penalty right there. So I knew that if I did what I could do, I was most likely going to have a 1-shot lead going to the last 2 holes, and kept hitting the shot that I needed. Got a little lucky that Davis's putt didn't go in on 17, and a little fortunate that his ball just got over the green on 18. But what a heck of a player he is, honestly. He's doing all the right things, and wouldn't be surprised if he wins soon, because he gave me a real battle today, and it was a lot of fun. I'm sure there'll be many to come.
What a heck of a player Davis Thompson is, but what a heck of a player Jon Rahm is, Trip Eisenhower. I mean, going back-to-back on the PGA Tour now, 9 wins on tour, 4 wins in his last 6 worldwide starts. His momentum and his form is just unbeatable at the moment. Oh, and we're going to Torrey Pines next week as well. He's on such a heater. What impressed you the most this weekend?
Well, on the weekend, it was really his dominating ball striking. He absolutely really didn't miss a shot. He hit so many quality golf shots when he needed to on a golf course that, yeah, you can go low, but it's wrought with danger. There are a lot of difficult tee shots with some penalties around. It never even fazed him there. And when Davis made the misstep, as he said, at the 16th hole, and John put it in the fairway, that's where great champions, when they get good breaks and they have the opportunity, they take advantage of it, and that's exactly what he did. He's 54 under par, averaging 65.7 this year in 2023. And as you mentioned, going to Torrey Pines, a place where he's won not only the Farmers, he's had some other top 5 finishes there as well, but he also won his first major, the U.S. Open there. So the South Course and Jon Rahm are going to be just fine. He's 4 of 6 in victories. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this time next week we're saying he's 5 of 7, just because of the confidence that he's playing with. And the one thing that you need to do at Torrey Pines is control your golf ball off the tee. He's got full control of his golf ball right now off the tee. He's got a beautiful high ball flight that he can hit that penetrating left to right shot. The other thing that impressed me too, Anna, was the fact that he could turn it over when he needed to. There were some holes on the back 9 that he needed to move the ball a little bit right to left, and he did it on demand. So I think right now, he's the best driver in the game, and that's saying a lot with Rory McIlroy standing there. I think Jon Rahm right now is the best driver in the professional game, and he could get to #1 in the world, by the way, this week.
Well, that's something that he's been fighting for,
Yeah.
He's had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder about the way that the world rankings has sort of unfold over the last couple of weeks. He'll be moving from #4 to #3, but as you mentioned, he does He is very motivated to get to the top of those standings. What else is motivating him this season in terms of the form that he's in right now?
Look, major championships. It's not a big stretch to say that Jon Rahm's the guy that can compete in every single major championship. He's got the game that can transcend any of the different setups. I definitely think that Jon Rahm at the Masters, I mean, he's played well there. You know, he's played, obviously, a U.S. Open, difficult conditions. L.A. Country Club is a really demanding driving golf course. I think that fits Jon Rahm. So I think that majors is the mark. That's what you're measured against. That's the mark in the game. Man, I'm sure his focus is on the 4 majors, but off to what a great start. And I think that Jon Rahm and Rory McIlroy, I want to see it as a fan, Anna. I want to see those two playing their best in a major championship coming down the stretch. Now, that would be compelling, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. We need a bit of rivalry in the men's game. This is what we want, a bit of back and forth right at the top of the game. But we have to also give a word to Davis Thompson. I mean, he went out in that final group with Jon Rahm, something that he's never done before on the PGA Tour, one of the most intimidating players out there. And he stayed with him the whole way, just fell short at the end. But what a learning experience this is going to be for him. I
agree with Jon Rahm. Jon Rahm said that Davis will win very soon, probably, on the PGA Tour, and he will win because of what he went through this week in the desert at the American Express. I think he's got a beautiful golf swing. He hits quality shots. He did have a left miss at times today that he didn't have. And, oh, by the way, his putting, he putted brilliantly. In fact, he was right up there in strokes gained on the stadium golf course. That's the only one they have the strokes gained metrics on. But I think that this young man could easily be Rookie of the Year. The way he's already has 1 top 10, now 2, a second-place finish. As a rookie, your goal is to keep your PGA Tour card. Keep your playing privileges. He's done that. Now he can focus on winning, and that will give him the ability to go out there and play a little bit freer.
And by the way, who cards 5 eagles in a week and doesn't win?
I don't know. I mean, you look at it right there. It has happened. There have been guys who've done, 5 eagles and haven't gone on to win. But I was hoping he would get that 6th.
Right.
Because all he had to do was get 1 on the weekend. But,
set the record.
The par 5s on the stadium golf course, they're a little tougher to tackle.
Yeah, Davis Thompson, just 23 years old in his 20th start on the PGA Tour. Remember his name. Well, let's take a look, shall we, at the final round leaderboard over on the LPGA season opener, the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. And it was Brooke Henderson who went wire to wire for her 13th LPGA Tour victory, 16 under par, final round 70 for a 4-shot win over Charlie Hull and Maya Stark. We were hoping for a bit of a Brooke and Nelly back and forth over the weekend. Nelly just couldn't quite find her form kind of coming into Sunday. Struggled a little bit on the greens, but Brooke Henderson, she was unflappable all week.
She was. I mean, look, I think that she needs to be talked about now in the realm when we talk about the best in the game. Lydia Ko, we talk about Nelly Korda all the time. We talk about Jin Young Ko. We need to mention Brooke Henderson. I mean, 13 wins, 2 major championships. She's in that elite league. And you know what? She's Canada's favorite golfer. There's no question about it. When you think of Canada, you think of what, poutine, right? You know what poutine is? That's their dish. Absolutely. No, it's gravy on fries with some mozzarella. You've got to love that. But you have to love Brooke Henderson as well. It's absolutely, I think she's poised to have a great year. And in fact, I would not be surprised for her to have a 4 or 5 win season. And you know what? I'll eat some poutine in her honor. How about that?
I didn't see this YouTube peacock coming to this kind of finish, but I like where you
Canada's dish.
It's been a great week in the game. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you next time.